So I was born and raised in Colorado. I feel a lot of dedication and emotional ties to Colorado. I grew up with my grandmother and my mother's brother.
From an early age, Christine learned about caregiving and elder issues.
I learned very early on how seniors operate. My grandmother, when I was 21, was 79. So I did a lot of caregiving as a child. So my grandma was a bit sick, but before she even became ill, she was a caregiver on top of all of her other 4 jobs. You know, she was very spiritually motivated. I never missed church, not one Sunday. So she was driven by her faith, but she was also driven by the commitment of always being there for people and being non-judgmental and doing what it took to make people feel wanted and cared for.
That personal experience led to a professional life of service to the elderly.
I think my drive became apparent, or my mission in life became apparent, when my grandmother was going through the healthcare system. She was in the hospital and she was telling the physicians what was wrong. I saw them not listening to my own grandmother. And the ramifications of that were a massive heart attack. And so for me, it hit home. And as I aged, I could see it happening in our community. And there's no place for it. So I was working for a home care agency, was a statistician in the financial world, and was asked to start up a home care agency. And lo and behold, Wallace and Olive were my first clients. And I walked into that house thinking that I didn't have experience caregiving, when in fact, it's all I've ever known. For me, it was a natural fit. Wallace and Olive were my inspiration.
As Christine's company grew, she still had a unique way of working with her clients.
Manuel Salazar came to my agency in a really bad way. It was a catastrophic event.
I was working for a construction company in South Carolina, and I was told to go unload a semi-truck with a crane operator, and the crane operator hit the power line, and I was standing on the ground next to the crane, and I was hit with 115,000 volts of electricity.
This was a young gentleman that's whole life fell apart in one event.
I didn't know, what the next step was or what was going to happen.
So with Manuel, we wanted him to recover and be happy and feel like there was something beyond just recovering. So we created skiing events, we went bowling with him.
It wasn't just work to her, like it was more of a friendship. Like she came around without it having to be about business.
Manuel's like a son to me. He's doing great. I'm so proud of him.
Through her years of service, Christine has made connections that go beyond professional relationships. Again and again, families have reached out to show their appreciation for how she touched their lives.
These people all experience the same things, and I have committed myself to a life of protecting them, talking about the issues, and creating a safe place where they can call and information that they can trust. So my hope for the future is that every senior, every person, doesn't matter what age, wakes up with purpose. That's really the goal of this entire program.